recap.
So in the session before last sessions for the new guy, Hesh comes back from his meeting with the evil sea monster called the Leviathan. And we got he was exhausted after all that fighting. Fighting in quotes now. We don't really know what happened to him. And he seems to be in league with the creature. But we tried to get his trident away from him, and he objected, which led to PvP. He reduced Scuttlebutt to 0 hit points and knocked him out. And then Breaker got a critical hit on him at the opportunity attack and reduced Hesh to 0 hit points, knocking him out. That's where we ended that session. Beginning of the next session, still on the morning fig, Scuttlebutt and Hesh were both dying. But Scuttlebutt was dying of this necrotic lizard rot that he got from the trident. So first, Breaker cast Healing Word on him to try to stabilize him. Then used a healing kit on Hesh so that he would be unconscious but stable. Scuttlebutt was still, however, half dead, and the only way to fix him, at least according to, I forget the guy's name, who we brought on board.
Jagged Fells.
Oh, that's right, Jagged Fells. So according to Jagged Fells, the best way to fix him was to take him to Professor Marlowe in Freetown, which is just outside New Tanshell City, and who we had met before because he deals in black market items. So we tied up Hesh, and we decided we would head towards Freetown to try to get Scuttlebutt over whatever this lizard rot really was. Hesh woke up and seemed so super trustworthy that we basically untied him. He basically took the opportunity to go on board for a little walk and dived overboard into the wiggly tentacles of the Leviathan and disappeared. We don't know where he went. We do know that he told the Leviathan that Tarkos, the crystal city of Tarkos, was somewhere near, what was the name of that city that he said?
Harper.
Yeah, that it was near Harper. So it may be that Harper is going to be attacked by the sea monster. We don't really know. Since he dove into its arms, either he somehow knew it was going to be there and was attacking it, or more likely he is a thrall of the Leviathan now.
You're fulfilling your destiny.
He did send, I don't know if it was announced, but he did send Scuttlebutt a note or a message. No, it was in a dream. Something about how he remembered everything that he did, and he had to make amends and try to prevent Harper from getting destroyed.
But he dove into the water and the Leviathan was there waiting for him.
Yeah.
So that seemed a little odd if that was his plan. Otherwise, I don't really know. Like he's probably, I assume he's dead then. The Leviathan ate him. Breaker got a letter from his mom. Like first he got a little psychic message that a letter would be coming. But in Freetown, he wound up getting a letter from his mom. We turned Scuttlebutt over to Professor Marlowe, along with there was a gem that we got from the heart of a very intricate clay golem. The gem appeared to be radioactive and was making Scuttlebutt sick originally, but it got stored in a lead box, so it seemed safe in the box. But Marlowe and Jagged Fells knew a way to take the gem out and install it into Scuttlebutt's chest, along with a little window so that you could see the glowing gem. Did it replace Scuttlebutt's heart, or it's just there in addition to Scuttlebutt's heart?
In addition to.
Okay.
I like to think of it as a Dragonheart type situation.
I don't know that reference.
We dragons love to sing when we're happy.
It's left somewhat ambiguous, but it's kind of in there, yeah.
But anyway, Marlowe installs this golem gem into Scuttlebutt's chest with the window so that we can now watch Scuttlebutt digest his food.
After 3 hours inside the stomach, the once shapely bolus is now a frothy liquid called chyme.
It no doubt will be a huge draw for the women.
Lovely red crystal may attract new love.
As we were still in Freetown, Druev appeared and wanted. She said she knew who we were because she was with the Blackheart Adventuring Company and was sent to accompany us and maybe to get us to join their group at some point in the future. So, of course, Breaker thought she seemed trustworthy and was willing to let her come with us because what's the worst that could happen? So we all set sail without Hesh. At one point, Breaker decided he was first looking for Hesh on the, like just looking over the side of the ship for Hesh, then decided he was just going to tie a rope off and jump into the water and get dragged behind the ship for probably many, many miles. Eventually, we came across a burning ship on the sea that was crewed by Elemental Salamander. They started attacking us. So we wound up getting into a fight with them. And we basically won that fight. I think that's basically where we ended it.
Blinking light is now in a snow globe.
The salamanders wrote something on the ship. Didn't they mark the side of the ship?
In common.
Yes, in common. I just don't remember what they wrote.
I don't either.
The rise of the deep one will come.
Oh, Brandon, you don't know yet, so just so you know, like how I'm keeping notes and everything for this game. This is my notes.
Oh man,
I have pages of these.
So we were sailing once again for Nathville so that we could find Jacques.